Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Oh, secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Set now to wrap up a busy week of football. Happy to have you with us. And, folks, we are underway on Monday Night Primetime. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018 from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And what a career resurgence for Baker Mayfield. He went from being a discarded starter to a Pro Bowl quarterback, and he's coming off a year where he set career highs in passing yards, touchdowns, and completion percentage. But best of all, the ultimate leader for his ball club.
On the ground, it's Irving to start the drive. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run? Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Mayfield to throw it. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Alex Singleton. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now, because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And a year ago when he was drafted, it felt like central casting. Bo Nix coming to the NFL ready to roll, and he surpassed all expectations a season ago and threw for nearly 30 touchdown passes as a rookie. Fell just short with 29, but a huge piece of his team's future.
They'll go play action with Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Dobbins. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. Their second drive here of the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
They go play action. Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Otten brings it in over the middle. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll make it second down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Baker going to give it to Irving. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Buccaneers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. First time that they call his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Mayfield. That's going right to his receiver, Godwin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Mayfield down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To throw, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he will possibly get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. On the other hand, it will definitely take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
On 4th down, out is the rookie 6th-round pick, Jeremy Crawshaw, to punt. As he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. Oh, nice move. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Now a 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Well, he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football, and what a nice gain on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And the Broncos 1st down.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
On play action, here's Nix. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Following the interception, Mayfield got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, here's Irvin. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8. Running the toss to Irvin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 14. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
At the 14-yard line.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Irvin. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Now Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cade Otten, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bucs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Broncos 3.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 5. Now it's Nix. Finding Sutton on the out route, who makes the catch. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Open man right side is Ingram. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
13 yards. First down, Denver.
Nix to the air. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
37-yard line.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Nix from the shotgun. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Second half starts with a run by Dobbins. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Off the play fake. Nix. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Hassan Reddick able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Working out of the gun is Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
Broncos.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside, run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Nix. That's taken in by Franklin. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 67 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Irvin. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
On the handoff, this is Irvin. And he's able to get up here to the 26. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This is 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Irvin. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And the Buccaneers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. There's a short one taken in by Otten. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mayfield to throw it. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense now set to go. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will start with an option going left. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Third down and 10. To throw is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
When I see a defensive coordinator get upset and throw his headset, this is the kind of play that'll do it. You force 3rd and long. This is almost sort of a give-up play. You're just hoping to get something positive, and it winds up breaking big, and they convert on 3rd down.
off the bootleg. Here's Nix. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. And they get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And here's a quick throw out to Mims. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Nix to throw again. Now back foot throw there is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw, here's Nix. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 26.
Cortland Sutton. A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Broncos.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now in Tampa. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing Nix. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start out here with the option left. Now Mayfield lost the football. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Second and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They call his number again. It's his sixth catch and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Here's a handoff to Irvin. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Mayfield. A quick throw there is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Pushing his way through. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position. The Broncos offense and Bo Nix getting set for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one taken in by Otten. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by Durham.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Open man is Ibuka. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Mayfield looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
It's 2nd and inches at the 38-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. They run out of the gun with Irvin. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's 1st down. Here's Baker. This is caught. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Buccaneers, first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Here we go, first and goal. Irving, touchdown, Buccaneers.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Broncos 13.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Broncos now down 20-13, a little over 50 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Back to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.